Wow, what a beautiful day we have been given today. And a bit of an odd place to film a video, but I quite enjoy cemeteries actually. A lot of people feel like death is very morbid, but I think death keeps you honest because the ultimate truth is that we will all die one day. And keeping that in your mind, it's not a pessimistic thing, but it's a motivator. It's something that keeps you moving forward because you never know when is your last day. And so the question is, are you happy with how you lived your life is very important. And it's something I've asked myself through every stage of my life is, am I happy with the way that I lived? Am I happy with the person that I am becoming? And if the answer is not yes, then you've got work to do. I'm going to be talking about the 6 foundation principles of health because if anything's a motivator for health, it's definitely death. 6 foundation principles of health are thinking, breathing, hydration, nutrition, sleep, and movement. I'll make a 6-part series. Each video will cover one of those topics. Today we're going to cover your thoughts. Now, in order to live a happy, healthy life, it's important to have at least a tertiary knowledge of the 6 foundation principles and how each one of them plays a very important role in your overall health and your connectivity to life. And so people always want to know what's the best food or the best workout, and of course all of these things are important, but you must understand that all of these 6 principles integrate into one another and they are all equally important. So the first principle, your thoughts. It is said that we have between 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and some studies suggest that up to 90% of those thoughts are negative. We've all had that experience of creating terrible scenarios in our head, eroding our mental state and creating all kinds of uncomfortable sensations in the body. Likewise, we've all had the experience of thinking our way out of a negative experience through positive thinking. This is the power of the mind, to really alter the state of your being. Thoughts are the language of the mind, and emotions are the language of the body. Thoughts are electric signals. Each one of these electric signals creates a pattern, and these patterns send ripples throughout the entire body. An emotion is the body's reaction to the mind. Emotions are just energy. Emotion, energy in motion. A thought plus an emotion creates a state in the body. If we dwell in that state for a period of time, it becomes a mood. The longer we spend in that mood, the more it becomes our personality. This is very important to understand because the negative persona that you think you might just be your unregulated thought patterns creating unwanted emotional states. Who you are is your personality, and your personality is made up of your thoughts that you think and the way that you feel. Your thoughts, your emotions. So your personality, how you think and how you feel, creates your personal reality. This is very critical to understand. This is why carrying around these thoughts and these feelings can be so exhausting. Our mental chatter plus our emotional state uses up a lot of resources in the body. This is why a depressed person often has very little energy. All of their energy is going to fueling these mental patterns and continuing to create these emotional states. This is why it's so important to understand the power of your thoughts. Every thought is like a message out into life, creating your life. Your thoughts create your reality. Your personality, which is how you think and how you feel, create your personal reality. So if you don't like your personal reality, i.e. what you're seeing in the world, you have to change the only thing that you can change, which is you. And you are how you think and how you feel. So it's also very important to understand the root cause of these negative patterns. Remember that all the patterns we have in our body is a response to something that has taken place in our life. This means that if we have a negative thought pattern or behavior, it is a response to something that happened to us. Getting to the root cause of these patterns, to these behaviors, to these responses, can really help to release them and create new ones. Because this is the name of the game. It's rewiring our brain. Because remember, negative thinking is a pattern. Depression is a pattern that we have learned, and we are creating an emotional state by continually thinking that pattern. So if you've created that neural network in your brain, you get stuck on a loop, and you need to change that loop. So if we can understand where that pattern comes from, it can help us to shift it, and it can help us to rewire it. Often these patterns come in our childhood, and we don't really remember, or we suppress the memory because it's quite painful. But going back there and looking at it with an adult perspective can help us to shift that story, to shift that moment, and rewire our neural networks, one for more growth and connectivity and insight. This is why it's really important to have some form of mental relaxation technique that you practice every day. Meditation. I have many meditation videos on my YouTube. Qigong, Tai Chi. I have created Qigong and Tai Chi type videos on my Patreon if you like. Gratitude practice, gratitude journaling, just journaling, chanting, yoga, time in nature, time even in the cemetery. All of these activities allow a detachment from the thoughts, because it is your engaging with them that fuels them. See, a thought isn't really anything. It comes in, and if you hook onto it, you entertain it, you follow it, there is another one, and there's always another one, always another one. So these techniques, these tools, these practices allow a detaching from that first one, or recognizing when the thought comes. So instead of the thought coming and you become it, you can recognize it and detach from it. This is essential for a healthy life, because we know that the mind and the body are not separate. They are one. Modern science did a terrible thing of separating the two, but they are connected, intricately connected. So mental health is physical health, and vice versa. A man is a product of what he thinks. What he thinks, he becomes. Gandhi. As a holistic lifestyle coach, I understand the importance and the value of retraining, reframing, reviewing our stories, our mental chatter, our thought patterns, our traumas, our childhood. Because remember, your relationship with yourself is your relationship with life. How you see yourself is how you see the world. And how you treat other people, how you treat the world, is how the world is going to treat you. It's all connected, it's all related. So if your view of yourself is muddied and dirtied and soiled, well, guess what your view of the world is going to be? You're going to see out there what's inside here. So if you don't like what you see out there, you have to start to change what's inside of here. And that starts with how you think and how you feel. So if you would like some assistance on reframing and changing your narrative, changing your story, this is what holistic lifestyle coaching is about. All 6 foundation principles: thoughts, breathing, nutrition, hydration, sleep, movement, because they are all important. They are all connected. Everything is connected. How you see yourself is how you see the world. So changing our story changes our world. Your personality creates your personal reality. You change your personality, you change your personal reality. So if you would like some guidance on this journey, I have all my details in the description. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day. Until next time. Peace.